Hey everybody, it's Michelle here from Financial Hair and Faith. Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you are new here. And in today's video, I'm going to give you 5, yes, just 5, because 5 is really where it's at. So 5 enemies to fine hair, be it fine natural hair, fine relaxed hair. Look, if your hair's fine, these 5 things are not your friend. So the first enemy to fine hair, you might already know this one, but it is direct heat styling. That means the flat iron directly onto your hair, hot combs directly onto your hair. Basically, any heat appliance that comes into direct contact with your hair. That's not a blow dryer. That's not a heating cap. But direct heat appliances, curling irons, flat irons, you get the picture. These particular appliances are enemies to fine hair. Why? Because fine hair does not have the structural integrity to be able to withstand all of that direct heat. Now, you might be able to get away with it from time to time, maybe once or twice a year, but I would highly not recommend using heat appliances that come into direct contact with your hair, because you really risk severe heat damage. The second enemy to fine hair is hair brushes. That's right. I know some of you might disagree, but let me clarify. I'm not talking about brushes like the Easy Detangler brush. Basically, brushes with those thick plastic bristles you can use a lot more safely, because you're going to use them in conjunction with conditioners and oil and things that have a lot of slip. And those particular brushes also give with your hair. For example, the Felicia Leatherwood brush. You see how this brush and brushes like the Easy Detangler, this is not what I'm talking about. Things like this. Yes, those bristles, those brushes can literally tear your poor strands to shreds, and I would not recommend using them. Many years when I was relaxed, and I honestly think it is probably more dangerous when your hair is in its curly state, but when I was relaxed, I would use those bristle brushes because that's what they told us to do. Like, brush your hair 100 times and it'll grow. Negative. No. Those brushes are not for our hair. And so I would steer clear of them because they are enemies. The third enemy to fine hair is elastic bands. Again, let me clarify, because y'all know I use elastic bands. I have elastic bands in my hair right now. I'm not talking about these. I'm talking about the ones that have seams, and I'm talking about the ones that are so thin that they put pressure on your strands and can literally make them break. I don't own any, so I can't show you, but I can show you a picture right here. Those bands, my friend, are not friends, but they're enemies to those of us with fine hair. Like, steer clear of them. In a better, more gentle manner, use thicker elastic bands without seams and a device like the puff cuff. No tension on the hair whatsoever. Okay, word break. This scripture right here, this is what I have for you this month that I would love for you to focus on. And I'm going to use it as a foundational scripture for prayer on February. Well, it's not February 1st, but it's the first Saturday in February. I forget the date off the top of my head, but this is our foundational scripture. A fourth enemy to fine hair is permanent hair color, specifically permanent hair color that is more than 2 shades lighter than your natural shade. So for example, if you have black hair and you dye your hair blonde, you're asking for damage. Like, it doesn't matter how much deep conditioning and protein treatments you do, your hair is going to be damaged. There were quite a few popular YouTubers with thick hair that did this. They dyed their hair and regretted it later because their hair got damaged. And so can you imagine if their hair can get damaged and they have thicker strands? And I'm not mentioning anybody because I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus, but just think about it. Those of us with thinner strands, finer strands, can you imagine what that would do? I'm going to insert a picture right here. If you look at that picture really closely, my hair is so damaged, it's not even funny. Like, don't do it. Don't do it. Learn from my mistake. Unless you've done it before and you already know, we might be here on this one. But yeah, that is an enemy to fine hair. And the final enemy to fine hair is jewelry. That's right, jewelry. I know I'm wearing it, right? But notice I'm wearing jewelry and my hair is up. If you are going to wear necklaces, specifically ones with like clasps where your hair can get caught in there and literally pop, wear your hair up. Like, I'm not saying you shouldn't wear jewelry, obviously. Ladies, we wear jewelry. But just be very mindful that when you wear jewelry and your hair is down, you're asking for probably some breakage and damage, and it's not worth it. Honestly, whenever I wear my hair down, I will wear a chunkier piece of jewelry with a fatter clasp, or I'm just very careful to keep my hair from the jewelry. Also, another way that jewelry can be damaging to fine hair is like rings and bracelets that if your hair gets caught on it, it's going to break. Like when I'm washing my hair, I'm careful to take my rings off. And this could be any hair type, obviously. But again, because I speak to those of us with fine hair, these are things that are just like, for beyond a shadow of a doubt, it's going to cause your hair some damage. So while someone with thicker strands could get away with some things, it's just, for us, it's not good. It's not good. So those are my 5 enemies to fine hair that I know that are just not good for us. Like, we should just steer clear of these things as much as possible, or make alterations, such as in the case of the jewelry. So do you have any enemies to fine hair that I didn't mention that is just like, crap, this is gonna destroy my hair? Share it down in the comment section below, and I will catch you in the next video. In the meantime, in between time, make God your source.